Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leo from vinceleo.com, and I'm hanging out with my friend Melissa again.
Hi, Vince.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
You know, when we were talking with the holidays coming up, and a lot of people struggle with how to eat healthy during the holidays. There's a lot of parties, a lot of events, work, family. So we decided, and we were talking about how can we make this easier for you as you get ready to start the holiday season. So we came up with just 5 easy tips that you can incorporate to eat healthy during the holidays.
All right, so tip number 1, mindful eating. This is something very easy that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you practice mindful eating?
Yes.
Okay.
When I remember.
Yes, it can be difficult sometimes. But one thing you can do is just eat slowly. Each time you take a bite of something, chew it 20 times so that it's easier to digest, much better on your whole system. Put your fork down in between bites. Be mindful of what's happening around you. Don't eat with the TV on, that's a huge thing. It's all gonna help your body kind of work better to digest this food.
And I think also, I try to just remember to enjoy the flavors. And
Yes.
when you enjoy the flavors, and you really you're not just like cramming food in your mouth,
Yeah.
you're actually sitting there enjoying it, and mindful eating just
Savoring
kind of,
each bite.
it just kind of takes over.
Yeah.
You know, and you enjoy it. And sometimes what I do is, if the meal is appropriate and you can use them, is using chopsticks instead of forks.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at chopsticks.
But when you use
white.
when you use chopsticks, you don't grab as much food.
This is true. You grab like one single piece of rice.
Yeah, you grab it and you actually eat slower because you're putting less food in your mouth at the same time.
That's a great tip.
So when you have an option, grab chopsticks.
Grab chopsticks. And don't have your phone nearby too. That's like number 1 for mindful eating. I forgot to mention that.
That's a good
Just
one.
like put your phone away. Put it in a cupboard where you can't get it.
You can talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, and
enjoy your company because it's the holidays. Hopefully you're celebrating with company.
And what I do
Family.
too is because I don't drink,
Mm-hmm.
or I drink on a very rare occasion will I drink, but a lot of times I'll just hold a glass
Yeah.
and carry it around all the time.
That's a
So
good
think
idea.
about that when you're eating.
Yeah.
You know, you can hold it and walk around and talk to people, because when you're talking to people, you don't eat as fast because you're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Tip number 2, make enough food for everyone. If you're going to a party, especially if you're vegan or plant-based or vegetarian or whatever you follow or whatever food you want to eat, I find it works well rather than bringing them just for yourself. And so you're kind of in the corner with your own food.
Yeah. Looking like a weirdo. Don't do that.
Making a platter for everyone so they can all try it. Especially if it's something good and you're trying to introduce
Yeah.
people and they're skeptical about it. It's a really good opportunity to expose people to maybe some healthier options that actually taste good.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip.
Okay, so in addition to making enough for everyone, that leads us to tip number 3, which is
Including people in the cooking process. So your family, your friends, anyone you're celebrating with can kind of see what is all involved in making this delicious dish that you're going to serve them.
That's true. Then everybody knows the ingredients. It's like a project.
Yeah, and I feel like the more involved people are, especially kids, like the more involved they are with the whole process, the more likely they are to eat something because they took a part in it and they're more willing to try it.
That's a good idea. They're like proud.
Yeah.
They're like, look what I made.
did this. So that's a great tip too. Just kind of have that bonding moment with them and involve them in the process.
Especially during the holidays, because a
Yeah.
lot of family, friends, maybe people you haven't seen in a while, it's a good chance to connect with them while you're
sure.
cooking and kind of
Yeah.
catch up and put all that love in the food.
And if
You know?
it sucks, then you can bond over that too. You can just laugh it off together because you all took a part in it.
Yeah, nobody's to blame.
No, nobody's.
This wasn't my recipe.
I know.
You must have screwed that up. Then it leads to a fight. So
You
yeah.
put the vinegar in, so you ruined it.
Tip number 4, if you're going someplace, whether it's a restaurant or a house, and you're gonna worry about being tempted by all the different desserts or food that they're having, eat before you go. Sometimes you can grab a snack, but you can grab what you want to eat, and you can still leave room to eat when you get there, but this way you're not going there like craving food.
Yeah.
You're not hangry, you're not looking to just like start eating as soon as you get there. You could actually enjoy the party and just eat whatever you want rather than feeling like you have to eat everything.
Yeah. The hungrier you go, the more likely you are to indulge on the not so healthy stuff.
Exactly.
Pre-eating, it's what all vegans do at weddings, so we're used to it by now. So tip number 5, research before you go. Yelp is a really great resource if you haven't used it. You can search keywords on there. So you can type in the word vegan, healthy, gluten-free, all those terms, and it will pull up all the reviews that other people have written. So you can read what other people have written and kind of filter through those reviews, see what fits whatever you're looking for. You can also call the restaurant if you don't see something on there.
And another thing you could do is also check their menu online. If you're going to a restaurant, pull up their menu and then see what they have. That way you're not sitting at the restaurant, maybe you get there late, you're handed a menu, you have to order, you're scrambling trying to figure out what you want. This way you're going to the restaurant with an idea of what you're already going to order, what you're already going to eat. So you know whether, we already talked about, making enough for everybody if you're going to a house, or, making a recipe and bringing everybody together. But this is a great tip where if you're actually going to a restaurant and an event where a lot of holiday parties are for work, you know exactly what you want to order, and also gives you time to call the restaurant. So if you see something on the menu like, man, I really wish they would make it with that, call them and find out if they do. So then when you get there, you're not like have to worry about, well, this is 1A, this is 1B. If they can, then I'll do this. You already have an idea of what they can do and the food that they can make.
And a lot of chefs, I don't want to say they love doing it, but they're open to doing it. If you call and say, hey, I see that you have this and this, can you make a vegan dish? A lot of times they'll just make you a complete vegan dish that's not even like anything on the menu.
I've seen restaurants do that where I'll go someplace and it's not a vegan restaurant, but they'll actually have like these special vegan dishes that they do, but they're off to the side.
Yeah.
And the chef's like, oh, we have a vegan dish we can make for you. And I'm like, okay, bring it on.
Yeah.
And it's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because they're really proud of those.
Everyone else is like, what did you get? I didn't see that on the menu. I'm like, I want that. Like, nope.
It's a secret menu.
Just kidding, we can share. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask, because a lot of times they're willing to work with you.
Definitely. All right, so these are just 5 tips that we've used during the holidays to eat healthy, to eat vegan, to stay on track. You have to find ways that work for you.
Yeah.
And these are ways that have worked for us that we wanted to share with you. So let us know in the comments which of these tips you liked, and let us know which tips that you use in your life to stay on track during the holidays, because it's a tough time of year. A lot of temptation around, and it's not bad to indulge.
No, don't feel guilty if you do.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, you just don't want to be doing it like every day.
Yeah.
But, it's all about balance.
It is about balance.
Make sure you check out Melissa's YouTube channel. Link for that is in the description box below. And you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and keep living fit from food. And I'll talk to you soon.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.